Honest question, is Vegas going towards occupancy restrictions and a shutdown ultimately over the Delta variant and the spread of the Delta variant and the lack of vaccines in the state of Nevada and the situation that we're in? That's the video today. It has to be talked about. It's probably too soon to say about a shutdown, but we have to flirt with the idea. Let's analyze that. How's it going, everybody? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I hope you guys would like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for future notifications as we dig into some stats and some figures and talk about what your vacation is going to be like when you come to Las Vegas. Will there be restrictions on occupancy? Will you be allowed to sit 10 people at a big old table somewhere and enjoy dinner? Are we going backwards to a point where we can't get out of this mess? Will Vegas rebound? Will it shut down again? That's the question of this video. If you guys want to support this video, it's so simple and it costs you $0. A subscription to the channel at any time would be fantastic. A ding of that bell so you get my future notifications, you know, when I do live streams and things of that sort. That would be great too. We'll keep you updated on the news. And if you really love the channel, you can head on over to vegasfacemask.com, no S at the end. My wife Caroline actually makes these by hand. We ship them out and they're 2 for $25 if you need a face mask. We never stopped making them. People needed them for work or people wanted to wear them. So Vegas nostalgia, that's one right there. No nose wire, back of the head, over the ears, not around the ears. It's the best face mask you'll need. No one likes wearing them. Wear one in style, and I even have solid colors such as this sexy number right here for those who have to wear them at work. All right, so we have to get down to business. We have to talk about a few things. Right now, the positivity rate on tests coming back in the state of Nevada is 14%. If you're following me on Twitter, not leaving LV, I've been posting all sorts of information that I find very fascinating. And I won't get into it here because this is not the platform for it. We don't want to be accused of spreading misinformation. That's what might happen. So follow me on Twitter if you want to see what I'm talking about with those tests. But at the same time, that's caused a few things to happen in rapid succession. Number one, man, the masks are back. You know, Friday, was it the 29th, 30th? Friday the 30th, the masks are back at 12:01 in the morning. Everybody's got to wear a mask when you're inside. How will the casinos enforce this? Somebody said. It's not hard to enforce this. You just drag out the old signage that says you have to wear a mask while you're in here. You put people at the doors. You let the people who are on the floor float and look for people who are not wearing them. And then you hand them a cheap old little whatever, paper cloth, whatever it is made out of mask. And you say, can you wear this mask? If they don't, you ask them to leave. That's what's going to happen. You don't have to wear them outside. Go ahead, watch a Bellagio show without a mask, whatever. Apparently, that's not an issue anymore because of moving air. And good, it's 105 degrees this weekend. It's going to be hot wearing a mask. I'll wear one when I'm outside because I can't suffer COVID. You know, I had a vaccine. I don't want to get a really bad version of a flu because I don't suffer the flu well and I can't miss my day job. But anyways, that's what you're looking at. Now, the question of the day, though, that we're asking ourselves is, will we go backwards even further? Because, look, things are so different than the last time. The last year when the masks were mandated, and dear Lord, I really hope that I'm not using this exact same verbiage next year when I do another video because that would be sad and pathetic all at the same time, wouldn't it? What do you think? You think next year I'll be talking about mask mandates and last year and the year before that? Is this where we're heading? Tell me in the comments below. But at the same time, last year we didn't have any shows running in June. You know, we didn't have any restaurants that were 100% capacity. Last year, at a point, you could not sit more than 2 to a table, I think it was. Then it was 4, then it was 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Family, sitting at a table and eating and dining with friends and family. But you can do all that now. You can go to shows. I mean, look, you can want to go see O by Cirque du Soleil. It's on. You got to wear this thing for 90 minutes, but that's what it is. We didn't have big special events. We didn't have concerts. We didn't have nightclubs that are operating. We didn't have day clubs that are on. Some of the pools were not operating properly. What else was not running last year? Most of the attractions were shut down. Lots of stuff was shut down during the weekday. That's really not happening at this point. So the question I have is whether or not this is enough or if it's just a thing that's going to keep happening, because the truth is people here are not getting the vaccines like they want them to, and they're trying to work on that. And, you know, you tell me what you think. Is the vaccine something you're going to take, not take? That's up to you. It's your call. Again, can't go and do it here on YouTube. Don't give you my opinions. I'm here to help you think for yourselves, and I'm not going to tell you what to think. That's not what this channel does. So we don't have any occupancy restrictions. It means the hotels can be 100%. Super duper paratrooper. But at the same time, will there be a knee-jerk response? I mean, are we going to get to a point where large-scale things threaten to cancel and the state does go to that? So, for example, let's say you have big events planned like the NFR. Is the NFR coming back to Vegas this December? They would certainly hope it would be coming back to Vegas this December because it brings nearly $1 billion to the local economy. After that, in the next month, in January, we have the Consumer Electronics Show coming back into town, right? First time it's going to be held since the COVID outbreak. That's another huge moneymaker for the city because they get to fill empty hotel rooms. What happens after the holidays is really simple. See, people go back home from their vacation and they get bills for the purchases that they made in November and October and December. And it says, this is how much you owe on your credit card for that Christmas you bought your kids. So people, regular folks, regular Joes, you, me, him, her, we might not travel as much. So they need to fill those rooms with people, and they fill them with large conventions like the Consumer Electronics Association, which especially after the last year we've had, has more money than anybody else. They can afford to travel. If those shows are in jeopardy, they're not going to want to come to Las Vegas. So will we have a knee-jerk reaction sometime around, say, September, October, where the governor steps in, Steve Sisolak, he's our governor out here, and he puts a throttle on things. And he says, you know what? We're going to go to 50% capacity. We're going to do it for 2-3 weeks. We're going to see where we are after that. And if the numbers go down, we can open it back up. If that happens, then we're in a situation where you can't enjoy Vegas in the same way, and the city doesn't have the same sense of life to it. But the other things happen. This is the other stuff that happens. The shows, they can't operate without a certain audience level. And if you don't have people coming here because you've closed down the rooms to a certain extent, they can't operate their shows at a profit. These things are not charities, okay? They don't want to have that empty seat feeling where they're losing money. Absinthe tried to do it last year to the very bitter end. All the credit to the Absinthe crew over at Caesars Entertainment, and it didn't work out. They closed the show eventually. Maybe small shows will run. That's not what you came to Vegas to see in some cases, and it's not the same, okay? The shows, the restaurants will start to lay off staff because they don't have the people coming in, and they have to have a certain amount of plates filled for them to be able to turn a profit. And if they can't turn a profit for long enough, and there's not massive government programs that just throws money at them and says stay in business, then that's going to be a problem. And do we ever get to a point where we have a severe extreme lockdown again? I don't really know. And I think it all boils down to the politics of things, because honestly, what's going to happen is we have an election coming up for governor in, I think, 2022. Steve Sisolak is up for re-election. He was the governor in charge of this whole thing. And to his credit, he didn't shut down a second time, even when it was at its peak last fall. He just throttled us down to 25% capacity. It was so painful that many restaurants voluntarily closed their doors for a time so they could make sure that they were able to actually operate when it was more capacity in the future. So, you know, to his credit, he didn't shut us down a second time. He knows who butters his bread, I guess, is what is going on. But what is really going on? And that's the question that I keep mulling through in my head over and over again. You know, I'm worried about going to the Strip and getting sick, and I have to talk on the phone all day. And I know you can say, well, you can work from home. It's 2021. I'm aware of that. I got all the apps. I got the Zooms. I got the Slacks. I got the everything that I need. But it's hard to work on the phone when you sound like absolute hell, and I can't suffer getting sick, so I'm reducing my time on the Strip, but I'll always be here doing live streams on the Strip at some capacity for you, so come out and meet me. I hope you do. I'm wearing a mask, even though I've been vaccinated. What are you doing? How are you sorting this out? And that's what really gets me. How are the people that I know and I love, and my friends and my family and all my viewers who are the best audience on YouTube, how are they suffering through this from a psychological level, from a psychological standpoint, with the anxiety and the stress of possibly closing down a second time in your life and shutting everything down, weighing on your shoulders and thinking about the kids that you have to put through school and the dinner that you have to put on the table. And somebody in my chat said, I really hope they don't shut down Vegas a second time. I just got my job back. I worry about those kinds of people, because even if we did shut down a second time, people like me, we can pick up our phone and we can work from home. We have that luxury, but not everybody does. And if this city shut down a second time, and there's still states that are running like Florida's of the world, people are going to go there. They're going to leave this town, and it's going to be a ghost town, and it's going to empty out. Can these casinos companies survive? Probably. Whatever. They got friends in Wall Street. They got friends in high places. They're going to have their operating expenditures covered eventually because Wall Street likes money and so do they, and this won't last forever. But if it lasts another year, I'm not sure where we're going to be. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. And let's all just get together. And one thing I pointed out on my Facebook wall, or my YouTube wall, I really hope you guys aren't shaming people if people choose not to get a vaccine. But that's just my personal thing. We all need to come together right now. We all need to be more together than we've ever been before, because we're all fighting the same battle. And every single person you meet, whether or not you have an R in front of your name and they have a D in front of their name when they vote, or whether or not their skin color is a different color, or whether or not, you know, they're a different sexuality, we're all in the same boat as one another. And we have to remember that it's for the greater good. We have to get through things and be nice to people right now. And I guess that's the message. And I don't even know how I got there. I've been talking for 10 minutes. This is going to be one of my longer videos. If you made it to this end of the video, let me know you're hanging in there. Give me a mahalo. Is that what they do in Hawaii? If you're Hawaiian, let me know in the chats what I just did. I thought this was for rock and roll. Beavis and Butthead did this too. So those are some thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Once again, my name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Follow me on Twitter, not leaving LV. I post up stuff all day long over there. Make sure that you check out Patreon and you check out the channel memberships. You can get your name in the credits of the video, just like these folks coming up. VegasFaceMask.com, the only two you'll ever need. I have lots of different designs. We have 60 different designs out here. I got a big pile of them. Caroline said, we have lots. Show these people that we have lots. I did that as inelegant as I possibly could. And if you're enjoying this video, do subscribe. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, look at the camera. Smile. Click.